Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a traditional bread and butter pudding, perfect for this cold evening. So let's start baking. So the ingredients we will be using today for our bread and butter pudding, I've got 4 slices of white bread, and then I've got some butter. It is bread and butter pudding, so you can't use a bread spread. I've got some brown sugar, which is optional, whole nutmeg that we're going to grate. You could use powdered, but this is more potent. 2 extra large eggs, half a cup of white sugar, about a glass of full cream milk, and we're using fresh cream today. With the bread, you could swap it for hot cross buns or croissants. Really, it's easy. My mom used to treat us in winter, and she used to allow us to make this. This is her recipe, and this is her traditional bread and butter pudding dish, which I inherited. We're going to grease this, and it's going to go in the oven, and our bread and butter pudding is going to be served with some custard, and it is a perfect dessert for a cold evening like today. So let's start making our pudding. So first I'm just going to be using some of the butter just to grease our pan, just to give it some extra goodness of butter, and this will also help the pudding from sticking to our pan. A generous amount. So I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to be buttering our bread. Now just get a knife. Generous amount of butter, and we will be buttering our bread on both sides today. So got the next one. This is a really simple recipe. I really enjoyed making this as a little girl. My mom used to add the ingredients, and we used to mix this. So this can be also served with fresh cream, ice cream, but my daughter enjoys this with custard. So we're going to make this with custard. Just going to turn this over. As you can see, I'm using lots of butter. So I'm going to use the same knife, and I'm just going to cut these into cubes. You could also get the little ones involved and let them make this just to keep them busy. Just going to put this in the pan. So this is what it looks like. We're going to set this aside and get our custard ready. So I'm using a large mixing bowl. Just going to be adding our eggs and our sugar, and I will be adding the quantities and ingredients in the description box. I'm just going to use our whisk and whisk this together. Adding our cream, our milk, and not too much of cream, just a little bit, just to give it a bit of richness. In fact, this is optional. Growing up, we never used cream. Just going to add a little bit here just to give it some richness. Mix this. And I'm using the nutmeg in the fine side of the bread. Just going to grate some in here. Give this a mix. Make sure the sugar is dissolved and everything's well combined. Now we're going to add our mixture over the bread. Just pour everything over. That's basically a custard that will bake. Just going to be grating some over. This is nutmeg. It's a must for bread and butter pudding. Try not to grate my hand. You could use ground nutmeg, but I prefer the whole nutmeg. It adds more flavor. You can sprinkle brown sugar, or you could leave out the sugar, but it just helps the top caramelize. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes on 180 degrees. So our bread and butter pudding is now ready. I've been baking this for 35 minutes and we're going to be serving this with custard. Thanks for watching guys. Until our next video, take care, bye.